guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ladeye. I'm a food and travel vlogger or YouTuber. And if you have been a subscriber for a long time, welcome. I'm happy to have you here again. So, if you check my last videos, you will see that I was in Rwanda recently and I spent about 15 days there. So, that means that I was able to explore a lot of the I was in Kigali and I was also in Gisenyi. So I was able to explore, Rwanda. And from the title of this video, you would see that I am here to tell you about some of the things that shocked me about the culture. As a Nigerian, there were some things that I saw there that I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't know that this was happening in another African country. One is how clean the country is. I'm from Nigeria, like I said, and in as much as some states are clean, Rwanda was super clean. Like, I actually made it a point of duty. I was like, if I see one paper on the floor, I'm going to video this paper and I'm going to be like, you guys, I found one paper, but I did not find anything. I went to Gisenyi, and Gisenyi is not like the capital city. And I went to, communities in Gisenyi that I thought, okay, maybe the capital city is very clean, but I would find some dirt around here. Even in the resorts that I stayed in, it was like a jungle resort, but still the ground was clean. Like, these women would wake up and they'll sweep all the leaves from the ground very early. So when you come out for breakfast, everywhere is very neat. So the people are super neat, like everywhere is so clean. That was one thing. The second thing I noticed that shocked me is that no, I didn't find a woman on wig. Like, I did not find a woman on wig. They were either on braids or their natural hair. And I don't know why I thought that all of us as Africans, like, we wear wigs, because in Nigeria, if you're on braids are cool, but like wigs are the it. And I expected to see a few people on wigs. There was one apartment I stayed in, and when they saw me without my wig, because I took just wigs to Rwanda because I wanted to have different looks. Since I was staying there for a while, I wanted to take pictures, and have different looks. So they looked at me and they were like, oh my God, your natural hair is so nice. Why have you been wearing wigs? So for them, if you're wearing wigs, if you have a problem with your natural hair, and I was like, oh no, like, my natural hair is good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And they're like, why are you wearing wigs? Also, they say wigs are very expensive there. But when I asked them how much it was compared to how much wigs are in Nigeria, that was actually cheap. So it really isn't about the money. I think that the people are just like in love with their hair. And I really love that, because I think that I noticed was just how the bikes were very organized, like the bike men. I can't speak Kenya, Rwanda, so I couldn't communicate properly with the bikes, but they were very helpful. I used Google Translate and I would say what I want to say to them on my phone and then show them the text, like, oh, this is what I want, and they would try to read it, call their friends. I would show them pictures of the place I'm going to. I imagine doing that here in Nigeria, not being able to speak English or like pidgin English to the bike men in Nigeria, like speaking another language. I'm sure, like, imagine me coming to speak French to the bike men. They'll just look at me and be like, you know what? I'm not saying that Nigerians are not helpful. Of course, Nigerians are very helpful, but I just found the bikes, the public transportation more helpful than Nigerians. They were very patient. So that one. And then another thing that I really loved was the fact that zebra crossing worked. And even when you're not in a zebra crossing, you're trying to cross the road, you should cross with a zebra crossing. But there was a time that I wanted to cross and it wasn't a zebra crossing and everybody stopped. I'm going to check if I still have that video on my phone and attach it here. I doubt I do. But yeah, it was so nice. So the zebra crossing works, like cars will stop for you. At first, when I went there, I think like the first or second day, I was like, why are these people acting as if they are the owners of the road? Can't they cross? Can't they move? You know. But later I appreciated it because there were times that I needed to cross the road and it wouldn't have been nice if I had to be running. And one time I was running and people were looking at me like, why is she not working? Another thing that I noticed was just how, do I say, content the people are when it comes to money. Like, they will not cheat you. They will not cheat you. They don't even like care for tips. As a foreigner, when you go to some other countries, I've been to maybe two countries before Rwanda, and I'm not going to mention names so it doesn't seem like I'm bashing those countries, but as a foreigner, they would want to rip you off, like add an extra 500 or add an extra 2,000 or add an extra 3,000 because you're a foreigner. But in Rwanda, it was not the same. The people were very helpful. In fact, I got free ride. I got a free ride from one lady. I was trying to find my way to somewhere, and she offered to give me a free ride. I was like, "Oh, do you need me to pay you?" And she's like, "No, no, 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 no. I knew that you were lost and like you needed to find your way because I didn't have a tour guide or anything like that. I navigated the whole place myself. So, when it comes to money, they don't cheat you. I went on a boat ride, and apparently, my boat ride was more expensive than it was supposed to be. And this is not me. Okay, I'm not going to mention where the boat rider was from or the person that took me on the boat ride was from. But I realized later that this person was not a Rwandan because I figured that the way that he was behaving is not the same way I noticed the Rwandans behaving. So I asked him where he was from, and he told me where he was from. And I was like, okay, this explains it because Rwandans will not try to rip you off or try to get like extra money from you. The guy was trying to get extra money from me, and he wasn't a Rwandan, so that would have spoiled my thoughts about Rwandan in terms of Rwandans, in terms of money. But he wasn't a Rwandan. One thing I noticed is how expensive transportation is. Like transportation in Rwanda is very expensive. If you see the cost breakdown on my page, you will see that transportation took a large chunk of it. And I'm like, why are people charging me for transportation in dollar? Like, why are people charging me for transportation in dollars when your currency is not dollars? Another thing that I noticed is just how like all of you guys look. I don't know if it's just me, but all of you guys kind of look are like really pretty. The girls are really pretty. The girls have like really slim waist. There's some sort of similarities with the way that you guys look. I don't know if that's a rude thing to say, but I'm saying it from like a good place, you know. So that was nice. Rwanda is such a lovely place. The people are so nice. The people are so lovely, and almost so nice to a fault. Funny thing is, before I visited Rwanda, when people ask me like which African country do you want to visit, I would always say Rwanda, and I had a great time. I'm grateful that me wanting and looking forward to visiting it, and when I visited it, it even exceeded my expectations. So I'm looking forward to visiting Rwanda again. If you invite me, of course I would come. I'm looking forward to making friends there. It's sad that I didn't make a lot of friends in Rwanda while I was there because when you travel as a tourist, what you are doing is trying to explore as many places as you can. So that's what happened. But I'm looking forward to making friends in Rwanda. I'm looking forward to visiting from time to time. And it was very lovely. Some these are some of the things that shocked me about your culture compared to my culture as a Nigerian. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I would visit Rwanda. And yeah, don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment, and to share. Love you so much. Bye.